Hello movie fans, and welcome to my latest DVD update where I'll be showing you 10 DVDs that I picked up this week. There won't be any Blu-rays because October's a good month for Blu-rays, and we've got some really excellent films out. We've got The Evil Dead, Seven, The Exorcist, we've got the Robocop trilogy, Back to the Future trilogy and the Alien quadrilogy. So I'd like to save my pennies for now and try and get as many of those as I can. So we'll start with the DVD update, and the first film is Terminator 2, the Ultimate DVD Edition. I do have the Region 1 of this, but this was only £2, so I thought I'd pick it up. It's got the 32-page booklet, exactly the same as the Region 1, and it's a double disc with over 6 hours of extras. The Region 1 version did have 3 versions of the movie. I'm not sure if this one does, but yeah, it's a great sequel in my mind, probably the best Terminator sequel. Yeah, excellent. Then we have a double disc of Wayne's World 1 and 2 with Mike Myers and Dana Carvey. I mean, these are really funny films, and I was happy to pick this double disc up with Wayne's World there and Wayne's World 2 there. Had some great cameos from Rob Lowe and Christopher Walken and Kim Basinger. And these are just funny films. Then we have Shooter with Mark Wahlberg, a film directed by Antoine Fuqua, who directed The Replacement Killers and the classic Training Day. I really liked this film. I thought it was very good. There were some good action scenes, some nice plot twists. Mark Wahlberg, you know, he's a good actor. He's made some good films. I like The Big Hit. It's one of my favourites. And also Four Brothers I liked. I wasn't much of a fan of the recent Max Payne, but yeah, this is a good film. Then we have the film version of Starsky and Hutch from the classic 70s TV series with Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson. This was a funny film, but you know, it wasn't very similar to the TV series, the car being about the only same thing. This also stars the great Juliette Lewis and Vince Vaughn. And yeah, this had some funny comedy moments. I quite liked it. I have got the Region 1, but I thought I'd buy the Region 2 as well. It was only £2. Then we have a classic 80s comedy with Steve Martin and the late great John Candy. I mean, this is just a great film. There's some great comedy moments, some touching moments. I have got this in the 80s box set that I showed you in my first update, but it's such a good film, you know, I thought I'd get the separate version. I mean, John Candy left us with some great movies. You know, great performance in Stripes, Splash, Uncle Buck, The Great Outdoors. You know, some of his later films probably weren't his greatest work, but, you know, everybody will remember him also from Cool Runnings. Steve Martin, another great comedy actor who left us with some great films in the 80s. I mean, now he's gone on to the drama. You know, his films now not so good, but he did, you know, make some great 80s comedies like The Jerk, Roxanne, you know, just great films. But yeah, John Candy sadly missed. And Steve Martin, you know, he wanted to move on to the drama, just like Tom Hanks did. And, you know, we sadly miss him in the comedy films, you know. Yeah. Then we have Jarhead with Jamie Foxx and Jake Gyllenhaal. This is not a bad film. I didn't think it was a great movie when I first saw it. And I have it in a Jamie Foxx 3-disc collection. And also I thought I'd buy that separate. Yeah, not a bad film, you know. Not great, but yeah, it's nice to have a copy. Then we have The Deep End with Tilda Swinton. I haven't ever seen this film, but I've seen the trailer. It looked quite interesting as a kind of, you know, murder mystery thriller. So I thought I'd pick it up. It was only £1. So yeah. Then we have Mission Impossible 3 with Tom Cruise. I thought this was probably the best out of the Mission Impossible films. A lot of action, some nice twists and turns in the plot. Yeah, probably the best of the Mission Impossible 3 sequels, like I said. A lot of people maybe like Mission Impossible 2 because it was directed by John Woo. That does have some great action scenes, but I don't think it's John Woo's best film. You know, yeah, and this was just great. Then we have a British film, Outlaw, directed by Nick Love, who directed The Football Factory, with Danny Dyer, Sean Bean and Bob Hoskins. Probably not the best of Nick Love's films that he's directed, and also not the best of Danny Dyer's films. I mean, Danny Dyer's best film, I still think, is Human Traffic. I think that's a great film. You know, but this film's not bad. It's about vigilantes, you know, but it could have been better. Danny Dyer hasn't been making very good movies of late. The most recent film I saw with him in, The Basement, I really didn't like it at all. But, you know, not bad to have that in my collection. And the last film I'll be showing today is, in my mind, a Steven Spielberg classic, Always, with Holly Hunter, Richard Dreyfuss and John Goodman, and also a cameo from Audrey Hepburn in her last film appearance. This is a really touching and funny comedy. Richard Dreyfuss plays a pilot who puts out fires, who sacrifices himself and dies in a mission, leaving behind his, I think it's fiancée or wife, Holly Hunter. And John Goodman plays one of his friends, and they just have to come to terms with his passing. And Richard Dreyfuss comes back as a ghost. He thinks it's to try and get through to his, girlfriend how much he loved her. But what he's actually there for is to help her find, move on and find another love. It's a really touching film with really funny moments. It's just a great film. So yeah, those are the 10 films I picked up this week. Like I said, we've got some great Blu-rays coming this month. I'm quite excited for some of the films that we've got coming. I'll still be picking up DVDs, and immediately after this I'll be starting my A to Z of horror films. I was going to do like A to C, or A to D, but I've already done the update of the A's, and it went over 10 minutes on just the A's, and I've got quite more B's than I have A's, so I'll have to do them separately until we get to, one where I can do 2 in 1 or 3. So yeah, I hope you enjoy my A to Z of horrors, and I hope you enjoyed this update. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.